Hello, hello, precious people. How are you all doing? I trust and believe you are doing fine and your week has been awesome. You are all welcome. Welcome to another edition of Discovery Time. Now we have started with a very exciting series. I am so excited about them because these 10 P's are really powerful codes. They are keys. They are keys to unlocking things within us that will help us in our personal development as well as in our leadership role. Those that don't know me, my name is Helen Aya, and I am your host for Discovery Time. I started with this I think 2023. I've been doing Discovery Time. I've been bringing topics to us, to help us change our mindset because there is no real change if the mindset has not changed. And these 10 P's are part of the tools to help us, to change the way we think. Some of them we already know, we already know. So discovery time is not about discovering new things. It's about diving deeper into certain things or having a rethink on things that we thought we knew, on learning some certain things to relearn new things. And so, for us to grow, we need to unlearn, relearn, grow. Other than that, we can't grow. And the whole purpose of life is to grow, is to move forward. So discovery time is to help us with that. I am a coach. Those who don't know, I am a coach, an executive coach. So I coach both leaders, individuals, groups, as well as a business consultant, but then for the non-profit organizations in Belgium, because every country has their own peculiarities. So for the business consultants, it's mostly for Belgium. But for the coach, it's for all of us. And this discovery time, this program is part of the tools that I use to help us. In life, I believe one person does not have it all. We all have something that the other needs. I know I've been saying it and I'll continue to say it because that's just the truth. No man is an island. No one person can do it all. So you are all welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Please help us to spread the word. We are showing you we are coming your way. And like I always say, I don't want to waste your time because time is too precious. I don't want to waste it, so I try to maximize the time that we have. So pardon me if I am not stopping to chit chat this time around, but I will next week, by the grace of God, make out the time that will really go dive and clarify some questions that you have. Before we dive in, please, I'll be asking you some questions, along the way. Do take the time to, think about them. Do take the time, even if you have to write down something, because most of the time, what I have noticed is when we write down something, it becomes more real than when it's just in our heads. So when it's in your head, you're like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm thinking about it. But when you write it down, it now become what real. It's like you are putting a name to something that was mysterious, and whatever you name, you own it, so it becomes real. So I hope with this mindset, we can dive in. For the past 2 weeks, and this is the third week, we've been dealing with what I said earlier, the 10 P's. We started with principles being the foundation. Without principles, every other of the P would just be meaningless. So we needed to lay down the foundation with principles. And then we moved on last week to passion. I said passion is the fuel. Passion is the spark. Passion is that which ignites us. Without that passion, every other thing again will be meaningless. So passion is that which helps us. That keeps you also awake. That awakens that desire in you to want to move ahead, to want to push through, to want to just do what you do best, even if you did not know what you do best, to discover that thing that you do best. And that brings us or lands us in our third P, which is purpose. Again, without principles, without the passion that drives you, purpose will be what? Meaningless. Now, I've done teachings before on purpose. Really, really, I will try and put the link of that teaching in the description. But please, if you can, search for it. Definitely on YouTube, you will find it. Um, Try and listen. Try and listen, because there I really dealt into details what purpose is. For us here, I want to take it from the coaching aspect. What are the things, the questions that need to prompt you to be thinking about purpose? Now, what is purpose? What is purpose? We talk about it a lot, that we may fulfill purpose, that we may, this and that. But what is actually purpose? I say purpose is your reason for being. In French, they will say votre raison d'être, your reason of being. your reason of being, the reason why you exist, the why. That is purpose. Purpose is finding your why. Some of us, we go through life like we are just here to live. But life is by design. And your life is to fulfill a certain purpose. It's not just to be here. It's not just to breathe and go. You have a purpose. And maybe your situation or circumstances may not be saying it. You'll be like, okay, if I have a purpose, then why am I here and why this is happening? But if you will pause a bit and think about some things, you will realize that even the fly has a purpose. So why not you? Even the fly that we get annoying, can make some crazy noise, has a purpose. So if the fly has a purpose and everything in creation has a purpose, why do you think you don't have a purpose or you don't matter? You matter. You matter so much and you are so dear. And I pray and hope that at the end of this session, you will pause to think, what is actually my purpose? What is my raison d'être? What is it? What is my why in life? See, if you're able to understand your why as we move on, you'll be able to understand or you'll be able to identify your house. And then when the head when comes in, you will look into it. You will grab it. So, but you first need to know your why. If you don't know your why, and you have a lot of house, which are your gifts, your talents, you have the house, you can do this, you can do that, but you don't know what it's serving. Your gifts are to serve a reason. They are to serve a why. They are to serve a purpose. So if you are not sure, if you don't identify your purpose, you will be doing things, you'll be busy, but you'll be busy in the wrong things, which does not lead to a purposeful life, a fulfilled life. You know that even though you are working, you're at a place, maybe you have a high position, you're a leader, but there is still this unsatisfied, burning desire in you that there is more to this. There is this hunger that seems not to be satisfied, no matter how high you climb, no matter how high you go. There is still this thing in you that feels like I'm missing out on something. It's because maybe you are not operating in your why. You have the house, but maybe you are not operating in your why. And that is what purpose is. Your purpose is to help you identify your why. So that when you know your skills, the gifts, you have a clear direction. You know where you are going.